All right, we're back. Another week, Nando Rum Show. What's up?
What's up?
And before we go, once again, people, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching everything. Please subscribe, share, like, all that. Um, Comment if you like. I mean, whatever. Just support it, share it. But the best way to do it is to subscribe and like and also share. So more people can get into it. But we appreciate everything so far. Uh, so let's get going. Big day. A few days ago. We're recording this early, so things might happen after, and that's fine. I was trying not to point it out, but because of the topic we're going to start off with, Jason Kelce called it a career. Uh, I think I saw it coming. I saw the documentary, and I was like, "This is going to be it." I think a lot of
Hmm.
the documentary, you could see how much pain he was, and I'm not saying that other people don't go through pain. This is kind of like I think every player does this. I think he's just
Yeah.
like he might be the first lineman we gonna look at like that deep. So I knew it was coming. So don't mean to sound like to diminish anybody because I'm not trying to go at you at anyone, but obviously you had a different reaction than I did. I was actually watching. I was actually working, so I couldn't really see it. I kind of knew it was coming when they announced a press conference. It'd be stupid to do a press conference if you're just going to say, I'm going to come back. But I think
Yeah.
people in Philly would have loved it if he had a press conference like, well, this isn't what he thought it was. I'm back. And then like did the Stone Cold
Yeah.
thing.
A whole like Wolf of Wall Street type
Yeah, basically.
I'm not
But
fucking leaving.
yeah, but I had a feeling it was going to be it. I was at work. I didn't get to watch
Yeah.
it. I watched it after. But how did you react? I mean, I already
Uh
know, but
well, not too good. Probably just as well as Jason. Probably just as well as Jason. Maybe a little
yeah.
bit better than him, but I mean it was
What
right
did
off
you
the bat. As
what
soon
did
as
you text our group text before it even started? You were like getting emotional.
it was like Jesus Christ. Oh, I said like Jesus Christ, he hasn't said a damn word and I'm already tearing up.
Yeah, that was
Because
the
as
text.
soon as I mean, it was like literally immediate. He's like, "All right, this is gonna be a tough one," and then that's when you're immediately like, "Oh shit, this is yep, 100% this is a retirement."
Yeah.
And you knew it was gonna be a retirement because Travis is in town,
Yeah.
Mama Kelce is there,
Yeah, well, I
and
think that wasn't
you
reported
know,
until like right before, like when people started going to like not
yeah,
to the
no,
NovaCare. But I kind of had a feeling there's no way you announce a press conference. I mean, he could, like I said, there could be the possibility where he could have been like,
yeah.
psych,
I mean,
like, you know,
yeah. I was really hoping that it was like some type of press conference announcing like, "This is it. This is the last ride."
that Judge
Maybe
that
it
Jeffrey
was going to
Lurie
be
gave
the
him Jeffrey Lurie gave him five
VG.
percent of the team. Is that what you're hoping for or something?
Yeah, you never know. He might buy 5% of the team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's buying like freaking like 20% of Havertown. So,
Is he?
well, if they were exaggerating, yeah, he's just buying up property around his house and building a bigger
Well,
house.
that's that he did allude to that in the documentary what was coming next.
Yeah.
But yeah, great career, probably obviously the best center I've seen play, not just in Philly, but I think in the league. And I think what does it, I think what does it for me, if I take my fandom out of it, is his size. It's kind of not, it's an unusual size for center. He was never
Hmm.
like the biggest one. He obviously 6'2", can change his height, but he was, 299 most of his career, like below 300. A lot, not by much, but he was pretty light. And he was able to do what he was able to do. Uh,
Hmm.
so that's good. The rumor is he's not going to be the only one. The rumor is that Fletcher Cox will have an announcement. I don't think he'll have a press conference, but
Yeah.
Fletcher Cox will have an announcement this week. I think it was what I read this weekend
Uh-huh.
or coming up
Yeah. No. But
soon.
yeah. Yep.
And BG has stated he wanted to do 15 seasons. So
He wants
um,
one more year.
15 will be this season coming up. So
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
this is what happens,
This
unfortunately.
is what happened. Yeah. I mean, I never thought there'd be another player to ever top B Dog as the greatest Philadelphia player of any sport in this town. And there you go. There's Jason Kelce.
Oh,
He is the epitome of Philadelphia. He is the real life Rocky.
I don't want to do
He
this
is yeah. He is
because
he
you said
is the
epitome
real life
wrong.
Rocky.
I'm pretty sure. I don't want to run it back, but I get
I
what
think
you
I
said.
did. Whatever. I
I
hate
think you said
words. So whatever.
epitome or something. Whatever. And then anonymity.
Enemy. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can clip
So
it and then play
you're
it
saying
against
he
me.
passed B Dog in your list because B Dog was your guy.
Yes, B Dog was my guy, but no. Jason Kelsey is by far he is the greatest Philadelphia athlete in this town out of all the major sports. He is
Well,
numero uno.
well, if Rome said it, then
That's my opinion,
well, if you
and
said it,
he's
then
he's by far surpassed Brian Dawkins for me. Don't get me wrong, I
all right,
still fucking love Brian Dawkins, but Jason Kelsey takes that top notch now.
all right. There you go. Rome said it. I don't like lists, so I'm not gonna make a list. But um, great career, one of the best players that I've seen in Philly. So, and Brian Dawkins is up there too. But I'm not gonna rank him. Eagles news. Besides the retirement, uh, Kevin Byard is being released. That was
Yep.
announced late last week after we recorded. It's going to save him some money. I think they are up to around 45. Uh, not all the numbers are out, but that's just a rough estimate of 45. The cap did go up. I think we talked about it
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago when it did get announced. It went up a record high, like 32 million or something like
Yeah.
that. Um, so yeah, I'm sure Howie will be a player. There's been a lot of cap casualties by people. Today was a big day because today was franchise tag day or transition tag day.
Yep.
So I have a list of notable players around the league who did not get tagged and are set to become free agents next week.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we might be recording before the league year starts or after. I don't know yet. But your episode will be out by Thursday. Uh,
Yeah.
but big names: Chris Jones,
Chris Jones, that's a big one.
Christian Wilkins,
Mm-hmm.
Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Michael Onwenu, Mayfield, Calvin Ridley, and Xavier McKinney.
Yep.
So those are some big names. A few on offense, a few on defense. It's very spread out. Um, Players that did get tagged where T Higgins got tagged by the Bengals.
Did he get tagged?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I wasn't
Michael
sure. Yeah, I was looking.
Pittman Jr. got tagged by the Colts. Supposedly they're working on a deal, so I don't think that's going to last that long to tag.
Okay.
L'Jarius Sneed got tagged as well by the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
he got tagged.
Brian Burns, outside linebacker, edge rusher for the Panthers, got tagged. Josh Allen, the pass rusher for the Jags, got tagged. Antoine Winfield Jr., Buccaneers tagged him. Jalen Johnson, Bears cornerback, got tagged. And Justin Matabuke got tagged, D tackle for the Ravens. So those are like the big names that got tagged. But there's going to
Yeah.
be some signings that are going to be pretty significant,
Yeah.
basically.
Um.
So that's out there.
Be nice to
There's
nail.
some
Yeah. Be
there's
nice
some
to nail one of these guys.
yeah there's some teams with money. Um, Obviously the biggest one I think is the Commanders. I think they have almost like 100,000 available, so they're going to be
Yeah.
with the new ownership. They're going to go out and try to basically overpay for people, and I think people are going to take advantage of them. We'll see.
That's a possibility, but
By next Monday, we'll start hearing the rumors because legal tampering starts for like 2 days before Wednesday when the league year starts.
mm-hmm.
So most of these things are agreed to. You'll start to see the reports. They'll become official Wednesday, but it'll start getting hot this weekend with rumors and things like that, which is cool. I like that part. And then we'll see where
Mm-hmm.
it goes. Uh as far as some of those guys we named, obviously as far as the Eagles go, uh, defensively, I think that's where they're going to take a lot of their focus.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, there's going to be rumors. There's already a rumors that Philly could be somewhat interested in Saquon. I laughed at it because I don't think they're going to pay Saquon. I think if there's a running back that I might think that they might have an interest in, depending on the number, if
Hmm.
they don't decide to resign Swift, I think because of the connection, they could throw some money at Pollard. I don't think it's going to be a lot. It depends what he wants. But Pollard and Kellen Moore, people are making that connection there that could
Yeah.
be a
I mean,
possibility.
but we haven't been too fair with Dallas running backs coming
Yeah.
and coming the
Um.
green. He had what Herschel Walker way back when,
Yeah.
and um,
Murray.
yeah, DeMarco Murray.
No. Yeah. DeMarco. Yep. So yeah, I don't know, but that's offensively. The other offensive, you know, nobody's reported this, but there's also a couple wide receivers on the market that aren't like gonna require big money, and the Eagles don't really have a third receiver. Uh, and
Hmm.
honestly, I think besides Britton Covey, I don't think they have any receivers past those three that are like locked up, possibly.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna bring back Quez. I think they might, Darnell Mooney could be somebody,
Yeah.
possibly, depending on the money. But I think they're
Hmm.
gonna go defensive. There's a couple people there that I was saying as well that have ties to Fangio, and you're gonna hear a lot of those rumors.
Like Van Noy.
Van Ginkel,
Oh yeah, Van Ginkel, not Van
Van
Noy.
Ginkel, who was just in the Dolphins with them, Wilkins as well, but I don't think they'll. I think they're good at the D line, but I mean, I'll still
Hmm.
put it past uh, Howie to do that,
Hmm.
um, because he loves the lines. So, I mean, I don't think Wilkins will happen, but he's somebody that'll probably. There's a story that'll come out about that because of the connection. I mean, there's still a possibility. The one thing we didn't talk about, we didn't get to. There has been some big name releases. Uh, so Eric Kendricks gets cut. The Chargers, um, the Seahawks released both of their safeties, Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams.
Hmm.
The Dolphins released Jerome Baker, one of their middle linebackers. Another one that might get some rumors this way because of he was a Fangio last year. Um, who else? It was the biggest name I guess you could say is Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, but yeah.
The Broncos take the biggest like dead cap hit in NFL history. So there goes that. He's about to because I think Seattle, because of the trade, Seattle was still paying some money. Seattle and the Broncos
Hmm.
are paying him like I think it's like 31 million both together.
Okay.
So something like that. I think it is, or a little bit more. So those are some of the big names. I think from what I heard, the Broncos might not be done. So there was rumors earlier that Justin Simmons could be possibly cut because he makes some big money and this is a new ownership. They're trying to start new with Peyton being the new coach and
Hmm.
Justin's getting to the age of 30. That will be a name that people will link to the Eagles because he loves Fangio. Um, and he's a safety and the Eagles need safeties. So
Yeah.
that's what's going on, but everything will heat up coming up.
Um,
What'd
if
you think
the
of the
con,
combine?
if a con, the combine. One thing before we get there, this is gonna be my sleeper. If Packers can't get a deal done with him
John Runyon?
for John Runyon Jr. coming in at guard.
Yes.
I mean, he'd be a nice little pickup since Jurgens is going to be moved to center. He
Well,
leaves that spot wide
I
open.
like that, and I've liked that. That was one thing that I forgot that I did. Some people placing people. I think it was Tim McManus, like last week, did an article of like 3 free agents he could see fitting in
Mm-hmm.
with the Eagles, and I believe it was Darnell Mooney, John Runyon, and um, I forget who the other one was. But yeah. Uh, so yeah, I'm excited for that. Hopefully, uh, I think it'll be in the price range. I don't know that John. Um,
Yeah.
he's gonna be asking for a lot, but I mean, with
Yeah, I figured he'd be a nice cheap option.
Jurgens moving to center because that's probably what's gonna happen. Jurgens gonna move to center, and then I think it depends on what they think of Steen and what he
I was gonna
does.
say,
Like,
yeah, Steen.
the Steen
Yeah.
was like the backup guard there at the right. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but yeah, he's a name that I forgot to mention that I'm also excited about if it happens, and obviously that's a homer take. I mean, John's really good. John Runyon Jr. is really
Yeah,
good,
no, he's good.
but it does help that is everybody loves his dad over here. So yeah.
Yeah.
um, what'd you think of the shorts Olympics? As I
The
like to.
shorts Olympics. All right, so I tried to watch this. I was working all weekend. I tried to watch it. But I was getting so annoyed when I was watching on NFL.com. The commentating. Just shut up, get off the screen so I can freaking actually watch these guys. You had
Well,
them like on this like little tiny screen, and then you had them, and like I'm like trying to actually watch them,
well, look,
but
I'm gonna be honest, and I don't want to steal thunder from a future rant of yours, possibly, but like as much as like so the combine, I feel like what is going on? Why did Siri just started playing music? But I don't. I'm not as much as I do get excited for the combine. I'm not. It's like weird. Like I don't know. Like because some is only for some of these guys. Like I feel like the combine should be for guys that you have questions about. I don't I
yeah,
don't think it's a big deal that Caleb didn't want to throw. We saw 3 years of him throwing. I don't think I need to, you know what I mean? Like, he's there at the combine and so that teams can meet with him one on one. I don't need
yeah,
him to throw against no defense.
mm-hmm.
Like so like I
Yeah,
don't I not like that hard on it. Like I need to see the guy from I'm trying to think of a lower school that they probably don't have a guy, but I want to see the guy who I don't know who's projected to go in the third round to be who's might be my backup QB. That's who I want to see do the
mm-hmm.
throws. But I don't really care. Like I didn't need to see Michael Penix throw. I think it's. I mean, he threw
Well,
anyway, but thanks. Like
we get.
because
I mean, we got to see one quarterback. He could be a backup. Could be a backup for us in our system. And I'm not the biggest fan of him, but Joe Milton, who dropped that bomb,
yeah, I mean, we'll see.
that just with a little flick of the wrist. I mean, listen, I
See,
he would not. Joe Milton, I have a love hate relationship with him.
I know you do.
He pisses me off, and I love because there's times he does connect
Yeah,
with some big shots, but yeah,
I get it. The other thing that um I was gonna say because now the older I get, as much as like I remember everybody raving about, and he didn't throw at the combine, he threw at his pro day, but I remember everybody raving about Zach Wilson. And I'm not one of these people that thinks he's a bust, but I think that's always going to come with the number one pick. When you're the number one pick, so people are going to judge you a little harder. So,
I
but
mean,
I
I
also
think he's
think
just in the wrong situation.
yeah, the Jets are a mess, and I think that's the biggest issue. And I don't know what they can do to change it, but I think that's part of the biggest issue with the draft system and why some of these quarterbacks
Yeah,
fail. They go to bad situations. Like the first pick usually isn't. It is rare that an organization like the Eagles, when they really needed a quarterback, move up and get Wentz. Back when it was, and it worked out for a couple years until it didn't. Like it's really rare that you know, Kansas City's sitting there at, moves up a couple spots at I think it was 14 or 12 to get Pat. Like
yeah,
it's and Pat was dropping. That's the reason why they did it. They didn't have enough
yeah.
ammunition to go up to one, but I mean, it worked out for them. So I mean, but he went into a good situation. Not saying that taken away from his talent, but he went to a good
Mm-hmm.
situation. I think that's really why a lot of these guys fail more than they succeed because they go to these like really crappy situations. But we'll see. Not only is free agency next week, but those workouts, personal workouts will start airing, pro days and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll have a month to talk about whatever rumor comes out because I'm sure nowadays stuff leaks about what these guys were asked or who talked to who. So I wasn't keeping
Yeah.
track of who talked to the Eagles or who the Eagles talked to. I shouldn't.
Yeah, no, I didn't listen to. I think the only person I know that the Eagles talked to was Axeman Jr.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
the only person that I know of that they talked. That's the only one.
we'll see. All right. Well, we come to that part of the day, part of the episode where Roman does his thing. So go ahead and do your rant of the week.
All right. So this week we're going to talk about that bum of a corner who wants to call out Philadelphia fans for booing and affecting his play, Mr. Darius Slay, and then Nelson, who played for us for 1 year. Get out of here, you fraud. You're going to bitch and moan about the fans. Slay, get off the fucking podcast. Get off fucking Twitter. You're becoming a laughing stock and making yourself look like the biggest ass. Get the fuck off my team. I know it. Yes, get the fuck off my team. We don't need people like you who bitch and moan and whine about the fans. Shut up. Just shut up. You're almost over the hill. Get out of here. You're done. We don't need you. We got the young bucks coming up. I'm so I'm so sick and tired of fucking Slay. I don't want him on the team no more. I think he is one of the cancers on this team. He is. Oh my god. How can I say this? I don't even know how I can say this politely.
Then, then don't. Then don't.
I can't.
Just cut it out there. That part at least.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm not even gonna continue because Slay is not even worth any more of my time. If you got to be like anyone, I'm gonna do it on this note. If you're gonna be like anyone, you're gonna be in Philadelphia. You need to be more like Jason Kelce, like Brian Dawkins, who embraces the fans, who doesn't care that we call you out on your bullshit when you guys are playing like shit to an Arizona Cardinal team. Step up, fucking own it, and win fucking games. It's that simple. It's that simple. If you guys play to the standard, we know you can fucking play. You're not gonna get booed. It's that fucking simple. It's That's when you get booed when you're supposed to be this top notch team and you're losing to the bottom of the barrel fucking teams. So yeah, we're gonna boo the shit out of you. Just stop your crying, get out there and play and win. That's it.
And there's that rant of the week. I didn't even pay attention to it. You texted me. It's like, I don't want to. Did you watch the full thing?
I didn't watch. I watched that snippet. That I didn't watch that because I'm not gonna listen to that whole stupid podcast. Like two shit. I listened to that segment of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think it was as bad as everyone's making it out to be, but um,
I,
I mean, I'm not gonna defend it, but I mean, I think it takes it takes a certain type of player to play here. I'm not saying he isn't, but I do agree with the fact that I think personally he should just stay off the microphones a little bit or the Twitter. He's
yeah,
very active in those, and I just think like
I
it
mean,
just it that never turns out good, whether he has the good intentions or you know what I mean? Because like it's hard to like read it for some people because they're not him and they don't actually know him like personally.
yeah, but
So, but
just play the
I
game.
mean, it is what it is. We'll see what happens coming up. Some people think he could be gone. Um, I don't know. I mean, how we said also last week. I don't know if I mentioned this, but he also said that Bradbury wasn't going anywhere. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
Bradbury's not going anywhere.
Okay. I'm sure he'll find a way. There's no way he could be, you know what I mean? I mean, unless we're counting on him to be our slot corner because he played in
Mm-hmm.
the slot a little bit last year, but I don't know that he showed how slow he was. But anyway, we'll see how it all goes. I think like, next week is one of my favorite weeks because of the rumors and who's going here, who's going there. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think this year compared to the last couple of years, the Eagles will probably be in the first wave doing some things. Um, so hopefully, but I also like when Howie isn't when he gets like the bargain people. But I think there'll be a couple, at least one that'll be like
Yeah, there's
day
always one.
one things. But
Hmm.
yeah, anything happening with the Phils before we go?
Haven't really paid attention to them recently.
The Wheeler
I'm
extension
working
this
on.
morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about
Was it
that.
this morning or yesterday morning? I forget.
No, it was yesterday. It was yesterday that it came out that they were coming to an agreement. Because then we got that great news, and then the bad news of Kelce retiring.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I mean,
So Kelce retiring kind of overshadowed Wheeler getting that deal.
hey, happens. But yeah, I mean that'll be ramping up. March Madness coming up. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because what is it? Selection Sundays this weekend,
No, is tournament weekend this
or is it?
weekend?
I don't know. It's either this weekend or the following weekend.
It's the
Because I
following
think March.
because
Okay.
because I think
Okay.
if I'm
Let me see.
correct, hold on. I'll tell you right now. I'm looking at it. Where is what is Duke doing?
All right. So the first round
Yeah,
is
this is the final weekend.
twenty
This is the
first and
final.
20. Yeah.
It's the final weekend.
Yeah.
Then they go into tournaments next weekend. So next weekend is Selection Sunday. Because Duke North
Okay.
Carolina is Saturday night. So
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
the end of the
First
season.
round's the 21st and 22nd.
That I just realized that would make it interesting if Duke beats Carolina. It would both be 16-4 with the same over.
Hmm.
Well, no, Carolina would have one more loss. Okay, yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, that's all I got. Uh, we'll be back next week, hopefully, with some free agency rumors and all that. But once again, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, share, all that. Um, we'll be back next week. Peace out.
Peace.